Police were on the scene of a shooting where multiple people, including juveniles, were shot inside a home in Shreveport. When her daughter came outside, she found her car full of bullet holes. Use your weight to pull away from the door. What you see behind me is the frame and floor of the house that's now wrapped around the tree. Fortran says once the app launches tomorrow, it'll improve service for its customers. There's vibrant colors and designs that all have a special meaning. Rip currents have claimed the lives of nearly a dozen people in 2 weeks. As warnings go out to beachgoers about hazardous water conditions, experts say knowing what to do in this dangerous situation could save your life. I talked with state police about what led to this shooting, and I also got to talk with a resident who said he heard when the shots were fired. The scene cleared just a few moments ago, along with the family of a man who they say was shot and killed inside this Valero gas station. Tonight, Bossier City voters will decide who will be their next District 1 councilman. I had a conversation with you regarding the changes you'd like to see in South Bossier. One of them is property standards. Why? I'm standing right near the time capsule that will be opened in just a few minutes. You're going to have over 1,300 kids come here on their first day of school. How do you prepare for that?
With prayer, but it's a lot of kids.
Can you tell I had fun? I got about 10 beads and also a moon pie from my photographer. Right here on our website, we have a list of all the businesses and employers that will be here. Demolition is underway for the historical Humphreys building that caught fire in September.
Unfortunately, in my opinion, it either needed to be repaired a long time ago or torn down a long time ago.
Tim Huck's business, Sandbar, sits right next to the building. He was concerned about the image it gave downtown.
I feel like that's your welcome sign to Shreveport from Bossier. It says, "Welcome to Shreveport. We don't care. Welcome to Shreveport. We're falling apart."
Others are pushing for the site to be redeveloped. Commissioner Stephen Jackson said this proposal to create housing of the building was submitted to the Parish of Caddo by Brown Taylor Development.
The plan that was submitted on behalf of the owner and developer actually replicates the old Humphreys building, and so kudos to them for putting together a proposal that tries to bring back a replica of what once was. I think my position has been we all need to work together to redevelop the property.
The Downtown Development Authority said although the situation is sad, possible redevelopment could be a good thing.
That is a very cool historic building, or was. It no longer exists. It will only exist in our memories and in the files at the archives. Vacant lots and vacant parking lots and things like that, that does not bring people to downtown. What brings people to downtown are buildings and businesses and opportunities and things to see and do, and we want that.
Max Ford is leading the demolition. They don't have a specific timeline on when it will be complete. Jade Myers, KSLA News 12.
I've absorbed as much as I can. Now I have to pass it on to the consumer.
That's the reality for restaurant owners like John Holland. Inflation forced him to make tough decisions on how he'll keep his restaurant open.
Here in the last month or two, it's inevitable. If I'm going to stay in business, I had to increase my prices. And it's not just meats, it's cheeses, it's vegetables. I was paying for a case of lettuce, which would be 24 heads. Last year I was paying about $28 for a case. Now I'm paying $43.
Harvey Clay, owner of Real Barbecue and More, is faced with similar challenges. He's had to take items off his menu.
Those items you can't afford to buy, you have to eliminate them. And some of them were the ones which were more profitable than the proteins, so you're selling less. So we struggle. And so we struggle to keep the bills paid and keep everybody paid.
The U.S. Bureau of Labor Statistics reported inflation went down in August, but some people struggle to keep up with it.
That they have less people coming out and spending money in their restaurant, making it, more difficult to be able to make their bills and stuff.
So what do restaurant owners like Clay and Holland do in the meantime?
We just keep trying, get up every day. And sometimes you win, sometimes you lose.
It hurts us, but we'll deal with it. We'll deal with it. And you know, we'll see what happens.
with hopes that things get better. Jade Myers, KSLA News 12.
I want to move out of here. For real.
Sandra Wood and her family said they've lived in a Cumberland subdivision in Bossier City for a year. She said she's recently noticed a trend in violent crime.
Gunshots.
Gunfire.
Yeah, right out our
You see kids,
windows.
16 to 17, shooting anybody and everybody.
There was a home invasion on New Year's Day on the 1400 block of Traffic Street, and there was a shooting that sent 3 juveniles to the hospital the month prior in December. Police said they believe the shooting was drug related.
Talk about crimes just about every night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bossier City Councilman Vince Maggio owns a business in the neighborhood. He said although the area has seen crimes, Bossier City is overall a safe place.
They come in from Shreveport, different places, but we don't want bad people here. We want the good people here. And you know, if you're gonna do bad, we're gonna get you. So that's what Bossier City is known about, and we're a great place to live.
Bossier City said if they see trends in crime, they have measures in place to tackle them.
If, you know, we're seeing what might be a trend or just, you know, certain crimes that are taking place in a particular area, you know, we will increase patrols through there and our presence in the area, and just take a more proactive role, you know, for a certain period of time, however long it's necessary, to try and ensure that everyone remains safe.
Get these kids off the streets with these guns. They need to do background checks better.
Jade Myers, KSLA News 12. Thanks for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Jade Myers, joined by First Alert Chief Meteorologist Jeff Castle. Jeff, it's a new day with the same song, The Heat is On.
Yeah, we've been doing this.
New tonight, new reaction on the Supreme Court's monumental decision to gut affirmative action for college admissions. Today, the city of Shreveport honored the late Marshal Charlie Caldwell Jr. A street was dedicated in his name. Caldwell died last June in a boating accident in Florida. The city dedicated Peabody Street in his name. That's where the Shreveport City Marshal Training Center is. Shreveport City Marshal James Jefferson says he feels happy knowing Caldwell's legacy will live on forever. The high interest rates are starting to impact Americans. According to a new NerdWallet study, 15% of Americans have stopped using credit cards completely to avoid the rising rates. New tonight, the LSU Tigers are still celebrating their 7th baseball title in program history, but it's also a big deal for Tiger fans. Higher interest rates are plaguing many Americans. Tonight, we share some tips to help you see those rates drop. Plus, we present our Yard of the Year winner. We share how many votes and entries it took to get the winner.